to feel like this? Or this?
Baby, 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 oh, like, baby, 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 no, like, oh my gosh, I love this song.
Or even? Well, we got the thing for you. With a new product called Emoticans, you can practically buy your way to happiness, or depression, or anger, or pretty much anything else you would like to feel.
With our new advanced technology, you can have these emotions bottled up to your liking. But what are emotions, you may ask?
An emotion is basically how a person reacts to something, generally physically, but also mentally as well.
But how do emotions work, you may ask?
So scientists in reality have no idea what an emotion is and can't really agree on what an emotion is. Here's a handy-dandy 2 major theories of how to look at an emotions worksheet made just for you. So, number 1, dimensional. It's basically saying that emotions are not related at all, such as love and lust, infatuation and love, happiness and giddiness. None of that is related no matter how subtle the difference is. Then number 2, you have categorical theory, which basically is saying that all emotions are related and that all emotions are basically branched off of a few main emotions, like anger, sadness, happiness, etc. So love would include infatuation, love would include lust, happiness would include giddiness, anger would include rage. So basically, emotions are a form of expression linking both the mind and the body. This signals intent, as it also makes things more valuable, since actions speak louder than words. Here's a handy dandy emotion formula which should help you understand what affects an emotion. So first you have your mood. Your mood is what you feel like at the time mentally, basically, and your personality, which is how you usually react to a certain thing. Then your fatigue, how exhausted you are physically and mentally, and finally your willingness to act. Finally, this should all lead to your emotional reaction, physically speaking. So in the end, scientists, not able to really agree upon why an emotion works and how an emotion works, eventually came up with this basic emotion model, which is in essence the emotional formula. However, the emotional formula refers more to at the moment why this happens or why you feel this way at the moment, while the basic emotion formula is a lot more vague and broad, and it applies to a lot more situations as well. So let's start off by looking at the stimulus. The stimulus is basically saying what made you look at this one object that made you feel a certain feeling towards it. What made you look at something of which may have made you want to hate or like it. And the second one, concerns, with English class. It goes back down to your beliefs. What do you believe is true? And your concerns are basically what you value and what you think is important and what you think is not important. And so both of these things will affect your first impression, the appraisal of what an object really is, and eventually should affect your emotion, or your reaction to whatever this object is.
But what emotions are there, you may ask?
There are a vast number of emotions in the human body, including sadness, happiness, guiltiness, frustration, anger, love, giddiness, and very, very many more.
What are some chemicals related to emotions, you may ask?
Dopamine is for happiness and love. Serotonin is to keep people calm and watchful and attentive. Yuck. Oxytocin is for pain relief. Adrenaline is for anything that makes your heart beat, to keep you hyper, energized, and happy. And for love especially. Call now! Ugh, stupid pop-ups. I hate these things. Whatever.